Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is DinoSasha here, and welcome back to another review. And today we're going to take a look at the figure. It is the Safari Ltd 2012 Acrocanthosaurus. Now, Acrocanthosaurus, which means high-spined lizard, is a genus of the Carcharodontosaur dinosaur that lives in the late Cretaceous period, about 113 to 110 million years ago, what is known as North America. Now, the length was about 11 to 11.5 meters, 36 to 38 feet long, and weight was about 3.6 to 5.5 metric tons, or 4.0 to 6.1 short tons. This theropod was the largest carnivore in the early Cretaceous North America, and the largest Carcharodontosaur in America. Now, considered being a theropod, a theropod that considered has a layer of different species. Like the cousins, Carcharodontosaurus and Giganotosaurus, Acrocanthosaurus has the same direction to their distant relatives. Now, however, unlike the rest of the Carcharas, they has as highest spines because the bones he has larger bones on their backs, even their tails, because make it a high-spined lizard due to the high spines. It is also the apex predator that can bring down Sauropelta, especially Temnontosaurus, even the carnivore known as Deinonychus. Now, considerably being a carnivore, it is also being a predator towards any creatures to incite. Now, considerably, a skeleton was really rare, considerably more descent from the Carcharodontosaurus than the Allosaurus. So, let's talk about the sculpt on that theropod. Have you mentioned the world of the dinosaurs? You know, the dinosaur world creature spot, the Acro? Well, I made this theropod really realistic, so it's shown a picture of a brontosaurus feeding a plant, so that does even not matter. So this Acro was a great dinosaur to improve it. You know, I generally like how the design looks and how really good looking it. And basically, this is how the improvement of the Acro. You know, generally, Acrocanthosaurus is not a bad dinosaur. It is also my second favorite. Now, the accuracy, well, not that. Let's talk about the pose. It looks like walking pose is the skull. The pose is just really nice, though, but I generally like how the dinosaurs pose with resemblance, looks resembling. Well, I'm okay with the poses and anything else possible. This is just a major ideas. Now, I like how details because it has a rougher accepting, but I like how the design on skins and anything else. But anyway, about that, let's talk about the color scheme. The color scheme has a wide concentration, and with a brown and beige color scheme with anything else, and especially the black all over its head, back, and tail, especially the claws and toenails, and white, and especially the colored with white head. Let's take a look at the head first. It has whitish head and yellow eyes, and especially the rigidized teeth. You know, basic for a theropod, has a white teeth and a tongue sculpted red, and it fidgets really good. And you know, I like how the dinosaur with the design of sharp teeth. And you know, Acrocanthosaurus was the best dinosaur. I'm guessing that the accuracy is important to a role for the Acro. You know, basically the Acros have been resisted with. I'm generally that the accuracy was a measurement for the figure. Now, about that, let's just take a look at something else. For something a bit else for that. Although the generally Carchara, Giga, and anything else, but improvement of the specimens are indeed completely resided. And you know, come to think of it, this is how it resided with the Giga. Now, considerably, the Acrocanthosaurus was a good dinosaur figure. Now, let's take a look at the ruler, so let's give this a measure for the dinosaur. For length, we have the tip of the snout, always tip of the tail. We're looking at about approximately 7 inches, which is only across to be on 17.5 centimeters, and the height which you see on top of the back, we're looking at about 3 inches, and which is only at about 7.5 centimeters. And for a comparison, I'm gonna bring one of the Carcharodontosauri. I mainly don't have collected Carchara or anything, so I bring one of the Carcharodontosaurus. Sorry, About 3 of them. Thank you very much. Here is with the considerable theropod Collecte 2020 Roaring Allosaurus. Now, considerably, this is a consistent distant relative to Carcharodontosaurus, but its spines is more resemble like a Carcharodontosaurus than Allosaurus, which is right here. Although they might be related, but they have distinct separate species. And you know, Allosaurus is a very good dinosaur in my opinion, but I do like Acrocanthosaurus more. But my Carnotaurus is my favorite. And for another, we'll be having a Schleich 2007 Allosaurus. Well, specifically, it's from, for seriousness for 2007. I think the Schleich Allosaurus made a good important role on this theme. It makes that the Acrocanthosaurus made a good job on it, because although the Schleich one is large, if you want to know this figure, leave a link in the description box down below if you thought of this figure was existed on review. And for our last comparison, we're gonna bring up one of my Carcharodontosaurus, and that is the Safari 2017 Giga, or a Giganotosaurus for something, or Giganotosaurus for sometimes. Although Acrocanthosaurus might be my second favorite, but Giganotosaurus is the third favorite. Well, Jason Sheeran's favorite dino was a Giga, but I would like to see the Giga in my review. And you know, basically, I like Giganotosaurus just because it's really nice, though. I think that's a really good opinion of it. Now, for the rating, and I'll give it a solid 10 out of 10 because it's accurate, resemblant, and my favorite. People reviewing this figure because it's Acrocanthosaurus descent, but don't worry, I'll make it have Papo or Collecte Acrocanthos to may have, and the worst Schleich Acro, which is releasing. It looks completely but unlike Schleich one because it's hideous, but the two are beautiful sculpted. And you know, generally how about the Acrocanthosaurus, because this is how the design of that dinosaur and how resemblance are. But I generally like how this Acrocanthosaurus will be on the part of the dinosaur class. You know, basically, a resilience. You know, I generally like Acro's design, so I will return any other Carcharodontosaurus members, such as the Allosaurus, and the second one, for the link in the description. And don't forget about the Giga. If you want to bring a Giga, it's right there. And that's how the Acrocanthosaurus is a part of a review. And make sure that the Acrocanthosaurus is the most great dinosaur and a second favorite of all. Let me know in the comments if you want to know this. And it's the end of the review, and I hope you want to see another review called the Safari Ltd 2013 Gastornis, which is the improved bird. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss the video. And leave a comment below, and I hope to see for another review about the Safari Ltd 2013 Gastornis. Goodbye, everyone, and see you all next time for the next review.